guys, so we're in the car. We're not going anywhere. We're still quarantined, staying at home, doing the good thing. But
just hiding from the kids.
No, literally, we were outside and we had this really cute setup under a tree, which was really cute and perfect. I even brought the high chair out here to get really fancy and be able to hold the camera, but it was too windy, so all you could hear was so. And then Joshua would be tempted to smoke around me because he was totally doing it and it was blowing right in my face. It was disgusting. So, you know, we're probably going to get interrupted by kids because they're playing outside and they're going in and out making a bunch of noise, and they'll probably knock on the door and be in here, but it's okay. So we're going to do a Q&A. I thought this would be really fun, and it's been like months in the making. I think it was somewhere towards the end of 2019 when I asked for questions, and you guys gave me a bunch of them. Some of you texted me, some of them you emailed, some of them... Okay, so we're already dealing with interruptions and disputes. Okay, so anyway, what I was saying is that you guys emailed me and texted me and did all the things and commented down below on my Instagram and the videos that I posted asking for questions. And, by the way, that's Joshua's haircut. I haven't even shown it. I showed cutting his hair, and I didn't show what it looked like afterwards, so I did cut his hair.
She's a beast. She did it.
Anyway, he was saying I couldn't do it.
I was never saying
He was saying he was worried about me using scissors on his hair, and I totally showed him. Anyway, so I have a list of questions here. I have compiled them all together, and we're going to answer them. You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready? Ready. Okay. When and where did you meet?
Church. About 20 years ago.
Yes. I was 13 and he was 10 when we first met. It was at the first church that my dad pastored. My dad started pastoring it when I was 6. And when I was 13, he started going there. Is Jaren yours or Josh's?
Am I supposed to?
Joshua's. Jaren's Joshua's. Jaren is... that leads us to our next question. Have either of you been married before? We've both been married before each other. Joshua's 3 years younger than me. So when we first met, 13 and 10, that was kind of a big deal. But when Joshua was younger, he looked like he was 18 when he was 13. Interruption number 2. Anyway, he looked... Just so retarded. He looked like he was much older, so, you know, whatever. But we never dated. We were just best friends. And then I got married first, and then he got married
6 months later.
Yeah. As in, like, he hadn't met her yet. And I got married, and then he got married 6 months later, after only knowing her for 6 months. And then I got divorced, and he was already separated, but he got divorced soon after that. There's a red wasp flying around there. Okay, was it love at first sight? What? It's your turn to answer a question first.
I hate that question.
Was it love at first sight?
For me, it was. She's too stubborn.
No, it wasn't love at first sight for me. But that's because... First of all, by the time I, really noticed that he was going to church there, I mean, he was 3 years younger, so it wasn't like we were in the same, children's classes or anything like that. He was 10, and I was 13, so we were really little. And, by the time I really noticed, he was dating my friend, and I don't know. I mean, it wasn't, but, I don't think it was love at first sight for him either. I think he just says that to make me feel bad. But he did have a total crush on me from the very beginning, so I don't know about love, but...
Which suggests love at first sight.
Shut up, I hate you. Do you want more kids? How about you answer that question? Do you want more kids?
I want a girl if that's possible.
He acts all nonchalant about it, but I honestly feel like... we would probably have 20 kids if it were... feasible. If we could afford 20 children and I could sustain...
And live on a farm.
Yeah. Seriously. If we were self-sustainable and I could hold out that long before my body exploded, we would have tons of kids because we love them so much. I mean, we both really just love kids. Who's older? Me. I have already said that. I'm 3 years older, so I'll be 33 this year. Oh my god. You're so annoying. You're so annoying. I'll be 33 this year.
I'll be 30.
How long have you been married? A billion years.
How long have we been married?
Almost 9 years. Well, this year will be 9. I'm not stupid. What? I'm wrong?
Ha! She doubted. See?
Well, he just looked at me like I said something wrong.
November will be 9 years.
This will be 9 years. On my birthday will be 9 years.
Shut up.
Are your personalities different or the same?
Both.
Yeah. Both. How so?
We have a lot of similar viewpoints and opinions of things. But at the same time, we see things completely differently sometimes.
Yeah.
Like the important stuff we usually agree on wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Morals, things like that.
You wake up and decide what you want to do today, complete clash.
Yeah. And my personality is very, I'm very male-minded. Like, I think more like a male than a female when it comes to laid-back personality and just, I don't know, just the way I think. But, Joel's home. Our neighbor's home. But anyway, so that's one of the reasons why we see things a lot the same. We have the same, a lot of the same interests. We both love to be outside and do things. We like the same kind of TV shows and stuff like that. Like, I don't like chick flicks or anything like that. So we have basically the same tastes and stuff. But food, completely opposite. He loves to cook. I absolutely hate it. He won't clean to save his life. I mean, he won't. If something happened and I had to be gone away for 2 weeks, I think I might come home and every single thing might be on the floor.
No, you would come home and every single thing would be gone.
Because you would just chunk it?
I would have a house that looks like a hospital. She wants a house to look like Kirkland's. That's the difference. She likes pretty and creative chaos. And stuff like that. I like stuff to be very plain, simple, straight. So yeah, she'd come home, there'd be nothing left. There'd be a couch, a TV, and a refrigerator.
Anyway, whatever.
And a lot of food that I cooked.
Yeah, and the mess that you left behind. Yeah. Who is the softie in parenting?
Me. 100%.
110%. I am the disciplinarian all the time. He will get mad at them, but when it comes to really disciplining them, no, it's on me.
Pause that. Tristan, come here real quick. Hurry, run, hustle. How many times have I spanked you in your entire life? Speak up loud.
1 or 2.
What was that?
1 or 2.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it never happens. He said 1 or 2 in case you can hear him. It's never.
Now, given he has always been a pretty good kid, I think I've spanked Killian more than I have Tristan. That must be 3 times? 4 times?
Not a lot. Not a lot. Was it both your choice to homeschool, or does one want it more than the other?
No, I think it was both of our choice.
And we did go back and forth for a while. And we even put Tristan in a public school. If you've been with me for a while, then you know that. And it just kind of solidified our thoughts before of wanting to homeschool to begin with. Just his personality, his learning style, just comments and feedback from his teacher.
Yeah, we're definitely not the type of people that sit here and say our kid was just too smart for public school.
No.
No. His teacher literally said that he was incredibly smart and completely bored out of his mind.
Yeah, and I think that it just depends on your child's learning style and also just the dynamic of your family and the way that you are as well. But I think that
Killian, he would be fine. Killian is more like me. He would be perfectly fine in public school.
It's personality, not brain.
Right. Tristan is more sensitive. He's more soft-spoken. He's more apt to let kids walk over him and influence him and things like that. Killian, he's more like me.
But both will thrive in homeschool.
Yeah.
So
imagine what I would have been if I'd been homeschooled.
Yeah. So if one, it doesn't do as well in public school as he could in homeschooling, but all will thrive in homeschool, then why not homeschool if you're able to do that? I'm a huge advocate for homeschooling, and probably me more so than him, just because I've done so much research, because I'm the one who has to do it. And so it just makes me learn like all of the things about homeschooling and what it can do for your child and things like that. I'm in love with it. It doesn't mean that public school is bad in any way. I was public schooled, but
yeah, public school's just not ready for the Johnsons. That's all.
Whatever. How do you find time together?
You're looking at it.
We don't. We don't have a lot of time together. Now, this quarantine is probably the most that we've seen each other in years.
Since we were dating.
Yeah. So, I mean, we don't have a lot of time together. He works a lot, and I homeschool the boys, and I stay home, and so that means that he works a lot of hours, and you know, that's the way it is. He works hard and provides for us, and that means he's away from home a lot, and it's just how it is. As far as if you're asking how do we find time together like with all the kids, again, we really don't. We don't have a huge support system that's just saying, can I pick up the kids? Can I see the kids? Can I have time with the kids? I'm gonna bring the kids to my house. Can I have the kids? We don't have that. My family is not too far away, but they're just not the type that, I mean, they'll, if I say we need you to keep the kids, then yes, they will do it, but they're not just like, they're not those people who are just like, I want to keep the kids, let me keep the kids, hey, I'm going to come and get the kid. I mean, they're just not. Some people are like that. Some people aren't. They're just not. And so, why do you keep looking out there? Could you stop? Stop staring at Joel. Like, what are you doing? Willing him to come over? Like, stop.
No, he parked the car, cut it off, and cranked it back up and moved it 6 feet.
Anyway, so we don't get a lot of time together. We get time together, I would say, when the kids go to bed, but Killian never goes to bed, and so we don't even get that. We find snatches of time whenever we can get it. Sometimes you just have to say, kids, go amuse yourselves, and we're locking the door for a minute. Sometimes you just have to. I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to say, when a lark's napping, you have to say, okay, you guys are going to do this, and we're going to go out in the garage, and I'm going to work on something, and mommy's just going to come out and talk to me. Like, sometimes you just have to do that, and that's just how it is. As our kids get older, we can do that easier, because Tristan's already 7, so they can the older ones can take care of themselves. But, yeah, so that's how. You just...
Thank you. Thank you.
You find time whenever you can. What is your favorite thing to do together? Oh my god, no. That's like, no. It's not the obvious answer. Like, what's your problem?
I was not going anywhere with that.
You were. I could see it in your face. That's exactly where you're going. Now tell the truth. Is that where you're going? Yes, absolutely. Duh. No. Other than that, other than the obvious, what's your favorite thing to do together? My favorite thing is kayaking. We went kayaking, and I've only been once. Last year we went, and it was the most fun thing I've ever done in my entire life. I loved it so much. But we've also been to Fall Creek Falls together, which was super fun. I like to be outside. It's so much fun. But I also like working. Huh, what?
I coughed and said corona.
Working together is fun too, because we work together well. What do you think? What's your favorite thing?
I like working outside.
Now,
we just work well together.
Now, working outside, he wants me to work with him, but when it's time to go inside and do all the cleaning and the crap, no, he's done.
But if she wanted me to reinstall sheetrock in an entire section of the house, I'd be happy to do that. I just don't like to clean.
I don't either. Newsflash.
I don't like to clean because I'm so meticulous about it. It takes me forever.
What an excuse.
No, it's the
Does that not
truth.
sound like the stupidest excuse
It's
you've
not
ever
an
heard?
excuse. I'll do it, but you just be prepared that there will be no hot water by the time I'm done washing dishes. Because I
Anyway.
will sit there with a friggin' scrub brush and a pressure washer trying to get one little speck off of a cup. Is that not true?
I mean, yeah, but still.
And I can't
Suck it up
stop
and
it.
do it anyway. Well, then how about you meticulously clean the toilet? Take all the time in the world.
I would rather
do it
replace the
good.
toilet.
Do you have the same taste in music, TV?
Eh,
For the most part.
yeah.
We like all different genres of music. There's some music that he likes that I don't, like whiny emo from the 90s and early 2000s.
But
it
I liked
sounds
it
like
in the
whiny.
90s and early 2000s.
It sounds ridiculous. It is so annoying. I can't stand it. I can't hang with that. And
Oh my god.
he likes like DJ remixes of stuff, which I like as well. But sometimes I'm not in the mood. You know what I mean? Like I want something else. Oh boy. Oh my god, he's gonna drop that tablet. He's gonna drop it.
Killian.
He's already crushed the iPad the other day by having it outside, and now he's gonna do it to the tablet.
Take that inside. Hold it with both hands and take it inside. You cannot have that out here.
But as far as like TV, for the most part, like I said, I don't like chick flicks and things like that. We like a lot of sci-fi, fantasy kind of shows, or I like psychological thrillers, and I like more realistic things that could be put into real life. Whereas he doesn't like that. Like, I'm trying to think of a show that you would never like that I loved, like The Sinner, or which he might even like that show, but he won't give it a chance. Anything that's realistic that could happen in real life, he doesn't want to think about that. Who's the better cook? He is. I can cook. I'm not a bad cook. I just don't enjoy doing it, and he does.
That was simple.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's just not fun for me. I hate doing it. I hate to figure out what to cook. I hate spending forever in the kitchen. I just hate it. It relaxes him. It does not relax
I'm
me.
fascinated by it. I love it.
No.
I love everything from prepping food to cooking food to serving food to
Ooh,
all
the
of it.
wind.
I love it all.
Who is cleaner?
What the hell? Who is cleaner?
Yeah, like who is the neater person? Cleaner.
That's a weird question. You would think it'd be a really simple answer, but it's not.
Joshua makes huge messes for me to clean up. Joshua leaves crap all over his side table. I have to clean them up every morning. He leaves dirty socks and dirty clothes in different piles around the house that I have to find like an Easter egg and clean up.
That's not true. Everything up until the dirty clothes in separate
They've
piles.
seen vlogs. They already
It's
know it's
either
true.
right there in the corner of the bathroom
Anyway.
or in the basket. One of those two places.
Or beside the basket. When the basket's not even full, you could totally put it in the basket, but you
I
don't.
mean,
And the bathroom is right around the corner from the basket. That's why I put the basket there to begin
you
with.
leave your clothes in there too.
Who picks them up?
It's not
Who
that's
picks
irrelevant.
them up?
No, that
Yes,
doesn't
that's
even
relevant.
matter.
Anyway,
But she thrives.
but I'm not that clean either.
She thrives
okay,
in
I'm-
like.
I'm clean, but I'm not neat. So you guys have seen my desk
Yes,
area.
there we go. There we go. I'm definitely the more neat and organized one. She's the cleaner one.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you where absolutely everything that I own is in that house. She would have to go in there and look. I can tell you where
I
every
can
set
tell
of
you where it's
keys
at.
are.
It just
I can
might
tell
be in a
you
very odd place you wouldn't expect it to be.
If I have change, I can tell you if there's change on top of the armoire or on my nightstand. I can tell you where my knives are. I can tell you where my
fun.
clothes are. She would have to go in there and look and figure out where stuff is.
Whatever. Anyway, yes, that's true. He's more organized. I am cleaner. True. Interruption number 578. Who is the one who always brings up wanting another kid first?
She always brings it up.
Yeah.
True.
Who wants another kid first?
Well, they both want another kid.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? It's usually around the same time. It's about the time that they start walking and then they start growing out of that baby face. And we're like, oh. Like after the 1 year mark. Are you paying any
But
attention?
I really, really want a girl, though.
Can you just look at the camera?
This is my life. I get abused.
The one... yeah. Seem really abused to me. It's usually around the same time. Like, after that 1 year mark, we're kind of like... And then we look at each other and we're like... We're gonna have another one, aren't we? Yes, totally.
See these?
What's that? See this?
She waits till I'm asleep.
I'm an idiot.
Okay, go play.
Do you fight or argue often? Just see.
We have aggressive negotiations.
Yeah. I would call it arguing, but not fighting. Most of the time, if you were from the outside looking in and you didn't know us, you would think, oh, wow, those people fight all the time. But we're not even mad. Like, we're not mad unless it gets to that point where it starts to escalate. Like, our personalities just kind of at each other. Like, we're just kind of like, and honestly, we flirt by making fun of each other, picking, poking. Like, that's how we love each other.
Yeah, but I do it like one-on-one. She picks on me in front of everyone.
Oh my god. I can do it right now in front of the world if you'd like. If you don't.
I don't see the reactions. I don't have to be ashamed.
Ashamed. Ashamed? It's such shame you bring to me. Disrespect me in front of everyone. Anyway, yeah, that's how I show affection to anyone. I pick. And he's not really a picker. Like, he doesn't like to be picked on like that. But we pick at each other. And that's how we show love anyway. But we argue. I mean, I'd say, yeah, we argue a lot. But it's over in like 2 seconds and we're done. You know what I mean? It's not a fight. It's just, yeah, at each other. What gets on your nerves about the other? You can't say nothing. Now you have to be honest.
I've been honest the whole time.
What is it? What gets on your nerves about me? My hair is kind of annoying right now.
You go first.
Oh, of course, me. What gets on my nerves about the other? The fact that he doesn't clean really annoys me. The fact that he just will not. That does annoy me. And
Twofer.
let's see. Let's see if I can think of one like legit for real.
Yeah, let's do that.
Smoking really, really annoys me.
And mine,
Those are the two things that really annoy me.
What, to have a fancy little rebuttal to her two things that annoy her.
Why do you have to rebut? Why? Is that even a word?
things-
Rebut?
No. I don't know. Anyway, in closing arguments, nagging about both. About the cleaning and the smoking.
Well,
That's
then
fine.
clean, and I wouldn't say anything. You can't play off of mine because you don't have an original idea. Am I really just that unannoying that you can't think of one original thing yourself? Or you're afraid to say out
She
loud?
literally just called herself perfect.
I'm saying that's the way you're acting. You have to play off of mine. Come up with one yourself. What is annoying?
I was trying to be sweet.
I don't need you to be
And
sweet
suggest
to
that
me.
you
I'm
don't
not
annoy
afraid.
me.
That's bull. We both know it's total bull. I I know I annoy you. What is it? Come on. Lay it on me. I'm not afraid. No shame here. Go for it.
I guess because I'm more of a, unless I'm in a work situation, I'm just more kind of go with the flow, easygoing, just kind of
And I'm
and
not.
she is the total opposite.
I'm not. I'm
Because like
a
if I'm not
control
at
freak.
work, if I'm not at work, I want to be a little more relaxed. I want to just kind of chill and just not jump to make crazy decisions and not just go into something. Whereas she is more like, okay, let's go do this, then we got to go do this, and then we got to do that. And if you don't do this today, then we're not going to do it tomorrow. So
Yes.
we got to hurry up and do this, and then this, and then the mulch has to be laid out in there, and then we got to go in there, and we got to clean the bathrooms, and we got to do that. And I'm just like, yeah, okay. Well, I'm still trying to wake up.
Yeah, I am a very like planner person. That's how I am. Like that's how my brain works. So my brain is like planning for the long term, and Joshua's more of a live in the moment kind of person, and I'm not. I'm more of a
Where's Kelly?
plan in the long term of things.
Oh.
Okay. Let's see. What's your favorite thing about the other person? There's so many things.
Physical?
Physical?
Like tangible things?
Really?
Your sparkling personality?
Wow. Screw you.
Your voice? You know, any other woman would just be like, you know, they'd give you at least a fake. Any other woman would have given a fake smile, but she rolls her eyes at that.
That's always what he says. He always says like his
It's
favorite
always been
thing.
the same.
That's what he
truth.
says. My voice. That's what he says. My favorite thing
First
about
time I ever saw her, she was on stage singing. I mean, love at first sight here. Me.
My favorite thing. That's really hard. When you've known someone for that long to pick one single thing that's your favorite. You're staring at me with your eyes like I'm supposed to say that? Is that what you're thinking?
I'm just staring at you. Just go ahead. I want to hear it. My eyes are my favorite.
My favorite thing. I don't know. It's too hard to say. I mean, I like lots of things. I like how special he makes me feel. He's always made me feel so special and safe. And I like that we are best friends and we make each other laugh. And arguing doesn't faze us. Like, it's okay. We can argue and be fine. You know, like when you're completely comfortable with somebody, you know that you don't have to hold back. Like, you can say whatever to them and they'll still love you just the same. I love that. I mean, there's so many favorites. He is my best friend in the entire world. He annoys the flipping crap out of me, but he makes it all better too. And he is the first person that I want to go to when anything happens, and I just couldn't do without him. So, yeah.
Okay, but like one thing that is your favorite.
I think it's just that how you make me feel. Not just about myself, but like you make me feel safe. You're big and strong and sexy, but you like can just, I could have the worst day in the world and you just come and sweep me up in your arms and it's fine. Like in that moment, everything's fine. Nothing is bad. Everything's okay.
I'll take that.
Nobody else has that ability. Like I could never have that. Like that's it. I could be having the worst day and have a meltdown, but if you just scoop me up, I can breathe. It's fine.
I'll take that.
It's much better than stupid old voice. Shallow. Mine was so deep.
Okay, I answered the question literally.
I know.
Like,
I'm not
what's your
really
favorite
good.
thing about the other person?
I mean,
Your voice.
I don't
Because
have
it's directly
that. There's
about
just
you.
so many things I love. I love your laugh, how goofy it is. I love your hands, yeah. That's probably the one I talk about the most. I have
Or
a
my
thing for
feet.
hands. Yeah, I have a thing for hands and a thing for feet. I think that they say a lot about somebody, and I love his hands. I've always loved them. But I'm weird about hands. Nobody's
Battle
like that.
scarred hands.
Popsicle number 12,000. You would think it would distract them and let us do the video. It doesn't. Let's see. Which of your children is the biggest challenge to raise?
Killian.
I think that it depends.
There's no depends.
I think it depends. There's things that Tristan is
dealing
gonna.
with him when we're in depends.
There are things that Tristan is going through right now that have been a challenge. Like, not because he's a bad kid, but just because it's new things, new territory. So I think that's a challenge because Tristan's the first to go through anything. Killian is a challenger, whereas the other two, well, Alaric probably will be too. He is his father's child. You guys know this. He looks like him. He acts like him. I'm going to do a video where I talk about each one of them. I kind of follow them around all day and kind of like interview all of them and do so you can really see like their different personalities, because I always think those videos are interesting.
Souls.
Yeah, I think that's so interesting. But Killian is a challenger, so he challenges everything. Every line, he's going to try to cross it to see what he can get away with. Whereas Tristan's not that way. Tristan's the opposite. Tristan is like me, parent pleaser, and I want to do everything right. I want to be good and correct, and I just want to be the best. And that's how he's me. So he looks for that, you know.
Like, for instance, Tristan is sitting here being sweet, riding on his scooter, eating a popsicle. Killian is in there hanging from the workout equipment after I've told him a million times not to because he's going to get hurt.
And he keeps like coming in and out, even though we told him not to because his brother's asleep. Here he comes, and Tristan's just riding on the scooter.
And he's, oh no, not only is he's not standing on the bench, he's standing on the actual rack, twirling the weights on the bar with 1 foot on and 1 foot off and one hand on, and he's not following the 3 points of contact rule. I mean,
which I feel I feel like it's too early to tell with Alaric, but I feel like Alaric is going to be much the same. Like, I think he's such a mixture of the two, but he's going to be a challenger too. I can feel it. I mean, it's not every day you get someone as well behaved as me.
No, Tristan's going to be the one that gets away with anything, because as soon as he pops off and says something smart and somebody tries to buck up at him, he's going to have his 2 brothers sitting there ready to go, like, to Scrappy Town.
Because they're quicker to scrap, whereas he's quicker to speak with his mouth.
Yeah, Tristan is more like, what's the point in fighting? What is that going to prove? You're still going to be an idiot. And then when they go to swing, here comes the wrecking balls.
Yeah.
Ew.
Go play. Yeah, that's bad. It's a familiar smell though. What is it?
It's such as like that herb that they're trying to legalize.
It is. That's what it is. I only got like one small whiff.
Family Channel. I'm trying to be discreet about it.
That's totally it.
Yeah.
Where is it coming from?
Probably right next door.
It is, I bet. Okay, let's not talk about it.
Next topic.
I only got the smallest little whiff. I wasn't breathing when you smelled it.
Oh, I did.
Do you have favorites?
What, like juice?
Like with your kids?
Oh.
Juice?
Favorites?
That's the first thing that came to
You talking
mind.
about favorites? Yeah, I got a favorite candy bar. I got a favorite ice cream. Favorite juice.
Child.
Favorite seasoning. I don't have favorites.
No. We do not have favorites.
Oh, that's complete crap.
I think that...
I have favorite traits with each child. There are certain things about each child I have favor towards. Like Tristan, I admire the fact that he is honest to a fault. Whereas
sometimes
Killian,
it'll hurt your feelings.
Yeah. Killian, I have favor with his...
Go play! Stop listening in. They hear their name and they're like, oh, you're talking about me?
Killian is just like a complete... He's just like me. So I see myself in him. So
I
it's
have
like
more
this free spirit
patience.
thing.
I have more patience with Killian. And I feel like Joshua sometimes has more patience with Tristan. But as he gets older, I think that sometimes he's hard on Tristan.
Excuse me, sir.
Go play, baby.
You need...
Anyway, So, no, we do not have favorites. I think that you are closer to children in different stages, and that always changes. Like, for instance, sometimes Tristan's a mama's boy, and sometimes he's a daddy's boy. Most of the time, daddy's boy. Whereas Killian, sometimes he's a daddy's boy, but most of the time, he's a mama's boy. Alaric, he's kind of half and half.
Yeah.
So, I think you
guys,
connect.
make sure you're being quiet, okay?
You connect with different children's personalities just like you would anybody else, but they're yours, and you love them just the same. We don't have favorites. No. I connect in different ways with each child based on their personality.
And I clash with them. Depending upon their personality.
Okay, which child is more like you? Alaric is right down the middle. He looks like both of us, and so far his personality is half and half. Whereas I think it's half
leaning
and half.
more towards the aggressive qualities of me and Killian.
Well, that part, yes, but also Killian would have never just sat there with that book forever. He never was independent and wanted to play on his own. That's Tristan. He's mellow. He can be mellow. When the boys are being crazy, he'll go off by himself and be independent and play alone. That's not Killian. That's not you. That's the me part.
Yeah, but at that same token, I was like that too. I would be in my room all alone by myself.
But you
for
were
hours.
a boy with two girls. But your personality, you're a needy person.
Oh.
Not in a negative way, but you just like to be around someone. You don't want to be by yourself, do you? Would you prefer to have me around or you be alone?
Well, I'm talking about you.
Okay, anyone. Would you rather just be by yourself or would you rather have people around you?
It depends on the setting.
Anyway, whatever. That's not even the question. The point of it is I think that he has traits of both. But he is crazy and aggressive like Killian too. But Tristan is my clone and Killian is his clone and he's coming outside naked. Your clone. Your clone streaking in the yard. Yeah, so he looks like him, he acts like him, he is like him, he is him, and Tristan is the same way with me. So, do you get along with Jaren's mom?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes
it was rough at first.
Sometimes when we first got married, she hated me with the fire of 1,000 suns. Right back at her. I feel like as Jaren's gotten older, we've kind of...
But it was my fault.
Yeah,
Just
it really was.
It was my fault. The way I handled everything was completely craptastic. So
Yeah.
all the reasons she felt that she needed to hate Ashley were completely caused by me.
Yeah.
So
they totally were.
Just
So it
being
wasn't
real
her
about
fault.
Yeah, she really didn't do anything wrong. She was the wronged.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But in my defense, I've always told everyone that I've ever dated that if you ever gave me a chance, that.
Could you clothe our child?
Come here, let me
our
get those
naked
on.
child, because he actually. Oh my God! It's gonna happen again. And did you see the tan line? Anyway, as we've gotten older, which I wasn't a home wrecker, so that made it totally sound like I was a home wrecker. That was not. No, you're not paying attention. That was not me. I was not the home wrecker.
No. I said it was my fault.
No,
Notice
I was
said
not.
me.
I did not just come in and like
100% wrong.
break up their marriage. Their marriage was broken. Yeah. Anyway, and
I
plus,
was young and stupid. We got married, and I was way too young to get married. We rushed
he was
into
18
it.
when they got married. 19?
I was 18. I was almost 19. But I mean, it should have never happened.
6 months. 18.
It should have never happened. It was all my fault. I mean, it really was. If we had actually done things the right way and stayed together and did things the way we're supposed to, we would have never gotten married, because she would have realized I wasn't ready to get married.
And
But-
they just don't match.
No.
Their personalities don't go together at all.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, it is what it is. But I'm the one that made that a problem. So
But now they have Jaren. So we have all kind of realized it's better to get along for Jaren, and so we are bigger people
Yeah,
most
and
of the time.
Ashley and Jericho, they can actually carry on conversations and communicate and be perfectly fine. Like
Oh yeah,
normal.
for sure.
I mean, there are always, anytime you're dealing with that situation, there's going to be moments of tension along the way.
Yeah, but for the most part,
it's perfectly
yes,
fine.
we get along.
Most of those moments of tension are my fault too. Most, not all.
Nobody's perfect. And when you have a situation where there's two households raising the same child, nobody's going to agree all the time. That's just life. And the way we raise children is very different from one household to another. So when you're having very different views and ways of doing things, and you're trying to raise one person, you're going to have clashes and differences. Do you get along with one another's family?
I don't get along with my family.
No.
So.
We actually don't speak to Joshua's family except for his grandmother, who, yes, I get along with.
It's my Gigi.
Yes, it's Gigi.
G squared.
Yeah. The G squared. I do get along with her, yes. But we don't talk to the rest of his family. It's just not a good thing. He did not have a good childhood, and we just don't. But sometimes he gets along with my family, and sometimes he doesn't. It just depends on the day.
I get along with them fine as long as they're not treating her wrong. If they come at her in any kind of negative way, I'm ready to fight.
It's not just that. Sometimes
And I'm not joking. I'm meaning like physically fight, like attack. Yeah, physically.
there's someone doing a very loud lawnmower. Have you made big mistakes in your marriage?
Absolutely.
Yes.
100%.
We've actually been separated twice. We've separated once for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that.
And then once for what?
And then once
48
for
hours?
2 days. And yeah, the second time, he probably should have been smart to begin with, and we would not have separated. But the first time, yeah, it just took that long for the both of us to figure out what the heck was. Once was when Tristan was little. I think he was 2. Was Tristan 2?
Mm-hmm.
And then the second time, I was pregnant with a lark. The second time I was pregnant with a lark. So not that long ago, actually. Like
A year ago.
a year.
Well,
No.
a year and a half ago.
Yeah. Yeah. We haven't had a perfect marriage. I don't think anybody has, but we have
But
definitely.
we're open about it.
Yeah. Well, we're pretty much open about anything. But yeah, we
Don't go asking what the separation was about, though, because I don't want to be that open.
Oh, okay. I don't care. What? Of course not. Anyway, so what is your best marital advice?
Oh, hell.
Stop saying things I'm gonna have to bleep out.
That word is biblical.
Oh my god. Anyway.
I was referencing it exactly the way I meant
Continue.
it. Fiery pits of Hades.
Anyway. I would say don't give up. That's the best marital advice I can give you, because you're going to have craptastic times. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have times where you're like, do I even love this person because this totally sucks? And don't give up.
Yeah. I mean, it really is easy to throw in the towel. It's one of the easiest things you can do.
Of not just marriage, anything.
Yeah.
That's the easiest thing you can do is walk away.
Yeah.
But if you love the person and you have a marriage that's worth it, you will fight. And it's worth fighting for every time. So,
Mine is communication. Not just communicating as far as you talking. I mean, you talking, but being there to listen as well. Not being afraid to talk about things that are on your mind. Not being afraid to talk about things that scare you.
because you may think it's not that big of a deal and you don't have to talk about it, but small things become big things really quickly. And they make issues. And if you don't talk about them, those issues become bigger and bigger.
Well,
and
just to go
it
ahead and
becomes
add,
a wedge between you.
just to add a little point of reference, the first time we separated, it was a lack of communication.
Yeah.
That's really all it was.
Yeah.
But it was
And
a
that
little bitty
caused
thing
problems
that
with the second time.
turned into a bigger thing, which turned into a huge thing, which made me think an even huger thing. Then I decided, cool, that's fine. So I chose to not communicate, and there you go. Separation.
So, yeah. And of course, I mean, the biggest marital advice you can give somebody is put God first, because if you put God between you, then you don't have to worry about the rest. He'll push you to communicate, and he'll push you to get over the small things that can become big things. All right, the very last question is, who chased who? I totally chased him, and he just would not give me the time
liar.
of the day.
She is lying.
He totally chased me
There's the
for
truth.
a long time, a really long time.
Like
12 years?
freaking decade, yeah. Spent most of my growing up, adolescent, preteen into teenage into manhood years chasing her.
True that. But like I said, he's 3 years younger than me, so 13 and 16 is a big gap. 33 and 30 is nothing. Like, that's not...
I mean, yeah, but I was the size of her dad.
He was.
14.
He was huge. And so he didn't look that young.
I would have known. I was a little skinnier then.
Plus my parents, I was a parent pleaser, like I said. My parents hated him when he was younger. He was that...
Yeah, so there's some good stories. So her dad, one time, came and picked me up from my girlfriend's house when I was supposed to be at school.
He ran away.
Oh, no, this wasn't when I ran away.
Oh.
This was another time.
Oh.
I was over there just skipping school, and he pulls up in his truck, and I look out the window and say, "Oh my God."
Was that when your girlfriend was my cousin?
No, this was in Decatur.
It was?
Yeah.
Nicole?
Yeah. So he comes, and her dad was out in the front yard, and he says, "I'm looking for Josh Johnson." Her dad didn't even hesitate. He said, "He's inside." And I was. And then I was inside his truck real quick. And then I was back at school even faster.
He took you to school?
Oh, yeah, he took me to school. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Was I in college? Not yet. I don't think I was in college yet.
So, not yet. I think it was the summer before you went. Or it was the year that you... Hold on.
It's like my senior year.
You were 19.
So, yeah, I was in college. I was 19.
Yeah. Were you in college yet? Or was it the year that you just started college?
Yes, I was.
You graduated at 18. I couldn't remember if you took a year off or not.
No. I went right to school.
And then I ran away, and he came and picked me up at about midnight one night. That was great. And he witnessed all the fighting and the violence and the craziness of me. Now I cut popsicles open.
Yeah. Now he has his grandkids and cuts popsicles, and stuff happens. Life is crazy that way. But yes, he did chase after me for quite some time. So that is going to be the end of this very long, full of interruptions video that I'm going to have to edit 50,000 times. We'll see how long it takes me to edit this and how much I actually leave in. But if you have any other questions for us, then definitely do not hesitate to ask. The more personal, the better, because that makes for a fun video. Ask all the questions you want. We will answer every single one of them. And what better thing to do during quarantine than sit in your car for 45 minutes or however long we've been in here. Please stop cutting the hair on your arm with a knife. And we will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. We love you. Bye.